Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today I want to talk about the importance of map control. Obviously, map control is all about controlling the map. However, what dynamics really make up map control? What consists of map control? What does map control look like? In my eyes, map control is based on a couple things. First, it's based on where you are. Second of all, it's based on what you can see. Wherever you are and what you see is within your map control. However, if an enemy is where you're at, if an enemy comes within your sight line, that is when not only a gunfight begins, but a fight for map control. Whoever wins this gunfight will establish or maintain map control. Does that make sense? This is why killing is so important in a game of domination. If you kill everybody you see, you are establishing all of that map control. And not only are you getting kill streaks, however, you are establishing more and more map control. In the perfect game of domination, you only need to capture your home flag and the B flag. Every time someone tries to take that map control away, someone tries to take that B domination flag, you have to kill them, correct? In order to maintain not only the flag, but the map control. This is why positioning and awareness and gunfights are so important to Call of Duty. However, there are two other factors in this: map size and movement speed. If you have a big open map with boots on the ground, you're playing Stonehaven and Ghost, and someone is taking the B flag and you're at your spawn, it's gonna take a long time for you to go all the way across the map to the B flag to establish that map control. That can be incredibly frustrating. However, on the flip side, if you have very small maps with a very fast movement speed like we have in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, then you can immediately return to where you had just died and go defend that spot, go defend the B flag or whatever. This is incredibly frustrating because with the Call of Duty Ghost big maps and slow movement speed, it felt like it was just this uphill battle. Like map control, while it was easy to maintain, it was difficult to achieve because every time you died, you would take a long time to go back to where you were. It would take a long time just to challenge the map control. Whereas in Black Ops 3 and especially in Advanced Warfare, you would kill somebody, you would establish your own map control. I own this flag, I own this section of the map. But then 3 seconds later, they would boost, dodge, slide all the way back to where they had just died, and that map control, that gunfight, that kill that you just earned would be meaningless because they are back there in seconds. This is so important for developers to get right. I know we all want a fast-paced gameplay. However, once you get that kill, you need to have established that map control. You need to reward the player for that. Death is not just, oh, I lost my kill streak. It's you lost that map control, and that is the main aspect of dying in Call of Duty. You lose that position, you lose that sight line. Now we can get into the question is how much map control should one player have? Going back to our two games here, in Call of Duty Ghost, one player had not a whole lot of power to control a large part of the map. The maps were huge, so it was difficult for one player to completely dominate the entire map. Now in Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare, you can dominate a map with just one player. And when I say dominate, I mean one player can effectively establish map control very quickly and easily because the movement is so fast and because the maps are so small. You can traverse the map easily, you can get into these sight lines, you can challenge these gunfights easier in Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare than you could with other games with bigger maps and slower movement. Now that sounds really good, right? Like one player able to hold together a game, right? That sounds great for solo players. Well, the problem is that if you have a team of 2 or 3, then it's going to be insanely easy to establish map control because these maps are very, very small. 2 to 3 people, they're only like 3 or 4 lanes on a map, and they're very easy to control by a good team. If you can win gunfights, then it's a shutout. You have played Black Ops 3. It is not a close game at all. It's either a shutout on the winning side or the losing side, and this is a big part in that. Now, in Call of Duty Ghost and older games with bigger maps and slower movement, while one solo player couldn't dominate the entire game, they could still be effective in their own little section of the map. In Call of Duty Ghosts, I could dominate an entire lane, but I couldn't dominate the entire map. The map was too big for me to do that. I needed a team in order to get a more consistent victory. However, one positive of the smaller maps that I'm going to get into in detail in a further video, however, I want to say this now, is that in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, with the small maps and the very fast movement system, with the map control that's very easy to maintain, but really kind of worthless, there are a lot less campers, mostly because the map is so small anyway that wherever players would camp is just a power position now or a head glitch now, whereas in Call of Duty Ghosts, that one sightline would be their own sightline, and it'd be very frustrating. While the campers couldn't necessarily win the game or hold down a lane, they were more abundant in Call of Duty Ghosts than they were in these faster paced games. As a side note, if you are a solo player playing like Ghosts or Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 even, kill streaks like the Sentry Gun and the IMS are absolutely fantastic for holding down a piece of the map. I cannot count how many times I have used the Sentry Gun, how many times I've used an IMS to shut down a building, a choke point, a route, an entire lane even, just with those simple 5 and 7 kill streaks. It's a very effective strategy. Map control, positioning, awareness, and pacing all go hand in hand. In Black Ops 3, we see the devastating evidence of a small map and fast movement when it comes to establishing map control. And in Call of Duty Ghosts, we can see the devastating effects of a big map and a slow movement speed and how that affects map control. It is an incredibly delicate balance that these developers have to try to maintain. Personally, I think the DLC maps in Call of Duty Ghosts are some of the best because you do have that slower paced movement, but you do have medium to smaller maps in those. So you get a good period of time where you kill somebody, and there is a good period of time after that where you have established your map control. However, after a while, they can come back and re-engage and re-challenge you in that gunfight in order to try to take that map control back. I feel like that is the perfect balance, the perfect pacing, the perfect movement there in the Ghost DLC maps. But that's my thoughts. Obviously, I love Call of Duty Ghosts. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.